Welcome to Business Analytics course. In today's session, we are going to discuss about data visualization, that is part 2, where we are going to create the charts in Excel. In today's session, we are going to create the following charts like line chart, column chart, clustered column chart, stack chart, combination chart, bar chart and pie chart in Excel. Let us get started. Now, for example, if I am taking this one as a column chart, in front of me, I am having the data like names of the students and the Spanish marks. And I want to draw a graph which is called as column chart in this fashion. Now, let us see how we can draw this column chart in Excel. Now, this is the data we have in front of us, that is name of the student and also the Spanish marks. On the Excel ribbon, we are having a insert tab. Click on the insert tab. In this, we are having the charts. These are the charts area. Okay, this is the chart section. So here if you can click on this downward arrow which is showing see all charts. Just a minute. Now select the data. Select the entire data. Click on the charts. So if you are aware, we can directly click on the type of chart. Suppose if you are not aware what type of chart you want, simply click on see all charts. So a dialog box opens with insert chart. Here click on the all charts. Now here in this option you can click on the column chart. You can either select the same color, similar colors, that is basic version of column chart, or else you can also go with different colors of charts for different names of the students. So the basic version I am selecting now and click OK. Okay, so here I am going to get the chart in column wise. Now here I just wanted to know what are the marks obtained. So here simply we are going to click on the chart elements. When you click on the plus symbol, here you are getting some options. Under this, select data labels. Automatically we are getting the data labels on the top of the column. And from this graph, we can easily predict who is that person or which student has obtained the highest marks. We can clearly tell that. Even without the data labels also, we can clearly tell which person or which candidate or which student has obtained the highest mark in Spanish language. So, it is none other than Rahul, who has secured 83 marks in Spanish language. Now, suppose if we want to make this chart some more attractive, so what we can do? So, here we can click on this legend. So, when we click on the legend, here we are getting the Spanish marks which are obtained in blue color. Now, if we want this one at the bottom, simply we can click here legend and click on this arrow. We are going to get right, top, left, bottom and also some more options. So, as of now, I want that chart to, that legend to be appeared on the right hand side. I am just simply leaving. Now, suppose here you want to mention on the axis the names of the students and here the marks. Simply click on axis title. So when we click on axis title, automatically we are getting the boxes like axis title on the y-axis, axis title on the x-axis. Now simply here select this data. Here these are the student names. So simply type student name. Names. Okay, student names. So simply we are getting it on the x-axis. On the y-axis are nothing but the marks of the students, or simply we can select this and mention marks. So this is as simple as this. Now this gives a clear clarity about on the y-axis we are having the marks. On the x-axis, we are having the students' names. Suppose if we want to change the color, simply click on this. Here, or you want to change the chart type. Okay. So when you want here, just you can go down. You can also select the chart colors. Suppose you are taking this, you can have this, and you don't want the lines to be back of that column. You can still remove that. I'm going to show you. And suppose you want to change the color, click on this color tab and click on this any orange color or something like that. We are going to get orange color, and this is how we are going to get it. Suppose I want to remove the grid lines. Simply select here, and here on this we are having the grid lines. Now just remove this checkbox, deselect it, the grid lines are removed. Now this graph appears beautiful. Like we are having the student names on the x-axis, marks on the y-axis, and this particular graph is showing the Spanish marks of the students. The legend is appearing in the bottom. Earlier we were having on the right hand side, and now this is appearing at the bottom. Suppose you don't want this legend to be appeared, that also we can remove. Simply deselect the legend. So the legend is also removed. And this is how we are going to get the column chart. Let us see one more column chart. Okay. Like for example, so we have a data. So we have the year-wise sales data. Say for example, 2021 to 2025, we are having the sales data and we want to represent it in the form of a column chart. Let us see how we can proceed with how to create the similar type of chart in Excel. Now going to the data, the same data I have copied here in Excel. This is the data we are having. Let me bold this field names. Okay. So these are the year-wise sales. Now I want to draw a column chart for this. So simply select the entire data, click on the insert tab, click on the chart section. So here on the first chart we are having the column chart. So simply click on this and we get the data. Now if you observe this one, we are getting here year-wise as well as sales. Two types of series are obtained here, because observe that in the previous one we were having the names of the students, whereas here in two columns we are having the numeric data. Earlier we were having one is characteristic data and the other one is numeric data, that is marks. But here in both the columns we are having the numbers. Now what to do in this case? Simply select this. Here on the top we are having select data option. Click on this select data option. Now here we have year which is already selected. Click on this and now click remove. Click remove. Automatically the year-wise data has been removed. But we don't want here 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Instead, we want 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025 like that. So simply here it is already showing 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Here on this edit tab, click on the edit tab. Now it is asking access label range. So here select the entire data. Make sure that you are not going to select the field name, that is year. We are only going to select the year numbers, that is 21 to 25, and click OK. Now click again here OK. The dialog box close. Now if you observe here 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024 and 2025. So instead of getting two series, we are getting only the single series which is representing the sales data for different years. Now imagine you want to add the you want to add the data labels. Click on this plus button. Okay, here the chart elements. Now if you can see, you want the data labels. Click on the data labels. Automatically the data labels are obtained on the column chart. You want to still beautify the chart. Simply remove the grid lines which are behind the bars. So in the grid lines, just deselect it. Automatically the grid lines are more. You want to change the data type. Here also we are having the data types. You can change the data types. But as of now, I am not interested in the changing the data type. But one special feature I want to show you here is like Excel is dynamic in nature. Like suppose if I am changing the values here, say for example, instead of 345, I am making this one as 369. Okay, and enter. Automatically the value, the graph is also changing. I have changed it from 345 to 369. Now suppose in 2021 the sales were not to 234, instead it was 359. Now simply I am going here, I am changing the values 359, and you can observe automatically the column value is also changing. So Excel is a dynamic in nature, means whatever the changes we are doing in the table, automatically it is going to reflect it in the graph. And suppose if you are not interested in showing 2021 data, you are interested only in showing the last 4 years data. Okay, simply click on the graph. Now here we are having filters. Okay, chart filters. Click on this. So when we click on this, we are having different categories. Okay, so I don't want to show 2021 data. Instead, I want to show from 2022 to 2025. So click deselect here, then click on apply. Okay, then just close it. Click on the apply button and then close it. So automatically 2021 data is not visible here because we have deselected the data of 2021 year. We are interested to know only 4 years data. As a result, we are getting only the data for 2022 to 2025. So this is about the column chart. So the main difference between the previous one, that is this data, and this column data is, in the first chart, that is column chart, we were having one data with respect to characteristic data, okay, that is with the names of the students, and the other one is numeric in nature. But whereas in the second data, here in both the columns we are having the numeric data, that is 2021 to 2025, which is representing the year. In such a scenario, we have to change the labels. We have to change the labels. We have to switch over. So what we have to do is simply click on this data. So when we click on the chart, okay, when we click on the chart and insert, okay, so we are having here, just click here. You want to make any changes or you want to show the data labels, simply select the data here, and yeah, here we are having chart design. Click on the chart design. When we click on the chart design, here we come across one option called as select data. When you select the data, automatically select data series dialog box opens. Here whatever the changes you want, you can make it and then click OK. Automatically the changes will be reflecting in your graph. So this is all about column chart. Now suppose at times we come across more than one data, or more than one, for a student we are coming across more than one subject, we come across different subjects. Say for example, here we have a data like each student is supposed to write 3 different exams, and we are supposed to draw the chart for this particular type of data. In such a scenario, we are going to use clustered column chart. So how we are going to draw this clustered column chart? Let us explore now. In fact, if you can see here, so this is the data we have. Okay, this is the data we have, and here we are going to draw the data. This is nothing but the clustered column chart, where we are going to represent all the marks, all 3 different subjects marks of a particular student. Okay, so how we are going to draw, we will see now. Here select the entire data. Okay, click on the insert button or the insert icon. So in the charts area, click on the column chart. Here we have clustered column chart. So the first one, I am selecting clustered column chart. Now as you see here, as you observe, we are coming across, say for example, the Smita's marks, Rahul's marks, David's marks, Shravya's marks, Kamlesh marks are depicted here in the graph. And if here also you can easily, with the help of a chart, you can easily tell which subject is scored highest by Smita. And if you can observe here, without the data labels itself, you are able to tell Smita has done pretty well in operations research. And when it comes to Rahul has done pretty well in statistics mark, because orange color is represented in statistics color, blue color is represented representing research methodology subject, and whereas gray color is representing operations research subject. So among these, if we can see for each student which subject they have performed better, we can easily describe or we can easily visualize from the graph rather than from a table. Now suppose I want in a different scenario, like I don't want student wise, instead I want on subject wise data. So simply here on this chart design, so under the chart design label, here we are having switch row and column. Simply click here, switch row and column. Automatically you will be observing the change in the graph, that is, instead of students wise, we are getting the data representing subject wise. Can you see here? So there is a change. Earlier, if you can see, I am just going back. I am again switching back the row. I have just switched, click on this switch row or column icon. So when I switch it, I am getting the data based on the student names. So here I am getting based on the student names, there is 3 subjects information I am getting. But if I switch row and column, I am getting subject wise data. So here I am representing the graph subject wise. So from this I can say, so here if you can see the legends, blue color represents Smita, orange represents Rahul, grey represents David, red represents Rahul, grey represents David, orange represents Shravya, and blue color represents another, still a little darker blue is Kamlesh. Now for example, if you are asked to find out which student has scored the highest marks in research methodology, looking at the graph, you can easily convey or you can easily communicate that Shravya has obtained the highest marks in operations research. Sorry, in research methodology, it is none other than 79 marks. Shravya has obtained the highest marks in research methodology. Now coming to statistics, if you can observe, it is clearly visible that Rahul has obtained the highest mark with 89 marks. Suppose if you still want the data labels to be represented on the graph, simply click on this plus symbol, that is chart elements, click on the legend, okay, click on the data labels. So automatically the numbers, means the marks, will be displayed. Now here there is no title for this chart. Click on the title. So simply you can rename the chart name. Say for example, these are marks of students. So simply student marks. You can give the name student marks. Okay. And this is how you are going to represent clustered column chart. So when we are having more than one subject or more than one group and you are supposed to present it in the form of a graph, we usually go for a clustered column chart. Say for example, different products purchased by different customers in a particular apartment for that, or else the marks of the students, or else the number of vehicles on the road at a different time periods. So whatever it may be, when we are having more than one group, we are going to use clustered column chart. But at times, so when the groups are more in number, it becomes difficult to see the columns in clusters more in number. In such a scenario, we would be going to the stacked column chart. We will see how the stacked column chart appears. Now, for example, if you see here, this is the stacked column chart. Stack means one above the other. So, if you can see here, one above the other. Here in this particular data, we are having two subjects, that is research methodology and statistics. Now, and we also have one more column, that is the total of these two subjects. Now, if we want to plot a graph, or if we want to create a graph in Excel using these two subjects, and we also want the total on the top of the column, so then we are going to make use of stacked column chart. Let us explore how to draw this stacked column chart, or how to create the stacked column chart in Excel. Now, going back to our data. So here we have the data, that is, just let me zoom it. This is the data we have. We have the student name. I am just wrapping the text so that it is visible here. So this is the student name, research methodology subject, statistics subject, and here we have the total. Now, how to get the total? Simply I have used the formula. So first of all, I am just removing this. So first I am deleting. So how to get this total? Simply put is equal to sign. In Excel, whenever we are giving any kind of formula, we are supposed to use the equal to sign. So equal to, and we have an option called as sum, S-U-M. When you click it, Excel has got some default functions. Just click on this, just double click on this. When you double click, it is asking the range what you wanted to do the total. So for that, just give the data. You want the total of research methodology subject as well as statistics. So you have selected the range. Now close the bracket. Here, once you have selected the data, 1 second, let me repeat, is equal to, just say sum, double click it, okay, and now give the range. Simply press on the shift button, close the braces, and then press enter. So automatically you got the total. Else just double click it, automatically the entire data or the totals for the remaining students will be done. Now for this, we want to draw a stacked column chart. Now how we are going to draw the stacked column chart, we will see now. So select the entire data, okay. Now again click on the insert tab. Here we have the first one, that is insert column chart, and under this we are having the second option is stacked column chart, okay. So if you observe, we are having 3 columns here, like Smita, with respect to Smita, we are having blue color one, which is representing research methodology. The second one is statistics, and the third one is total. But here, let me do one thing. So for this, let me add the data labels. So I have added the data labels, but my requirement here is, I don't want the total to be presented here. I want the total to be presented on the top of the column, but not on the bar or not on the column. Now for this, what we are going to do is simply select the data, and we have selected the data. So select it. So go to again insert, okay. Now here we have chart options. Click on all charts. Here we are having one combo, means combo is nothing but the combination chart. In fact, we are going to deal that combination chart also. So here itself I am going to explain you the combination chart, which is nothing but in Excel by default the name is given as combo chart. Click on that combo chart. So when you click on the combo chart, so you are witnessing change chart type dialog box. So here in this, now research methodology, yes, you want a stacked column chart. Click on the stacked column chart. Okay. Now here even statistics you want in the stacked one. So click on the stacked one. Yes, we got it. And whereas total you don't want in the stacked form. Instead we are going to select line wise. So here we are going to select line data and then click OK. Fine. We got the data like this. So combination chart where it is representing the subjects, two subjects in the column wise and total on the line wise. Okay, line chart. Now for this what we are going to do is click on this, double click on this. So here format major grid lines, or else just a second, let's go back to make it clear. I'm going to show this a little. I'll just make this one a little above so that area would be feasible for us. Okay. And now control Z, I want the data somewhere to be presented here. Paste. Okay. Now click on this, select this values, click here, format. When you are clicking here on the graph, so we have chart options, format picture. So under format picture, if you can see here if you can see fill and no line. So no, before that I want to remove this data labels. Okay, so for this reason what I am going to do is, let me come back again. So I have selected this entire data. Now click on the insert tab. Now click on this clustered column chart, and we have seen we want the data labels on the graph. Okay, data labels are present over here, but now we don't want the total to be appeared in the form of a column. Instead we want the data to be appeared on the top of the graph, that is top of the column. So for that reason what we are going to do is, we are going to use the combo chart. So again go for the chart design, or you can see there is another method also. Here there is an icon called as change chart type. Click on the change chart type, click on the combo option. So once you click on the combo option, you are going to witness change chart type. Under this, click on research methodology. You want here stacked column chart. Obviously the statistics also stacked column chart. Whereas total you want in the form of a line. Why we are going to use here line means, because we want the label, means the total value to be appeared on the top. Hence we are choosing the line option and then click OK. Okay, the data has been clicked. Now when we are selecting this, now suppose select this. Now you want this one, when you click on this data label, here we are getting format data labels. Click on this option. So when you click on this option, so here let me bring this here. Under label option, we don't want in the center, we just want on the above. So here if you can see, just let me bring this one here. Suppose now this is the chart. Here what I am going to do is click on this. Now select this label, data label, Control Z. Suppose I am pasting here. Now format picture, not format picture. So on this data label, now select this one. Now we have the options. Now you have to select this data label. So simply, so we have pasted here. Let us come once again here. Now look back. We will just go back and we'll start once again because it is stuck at this point. So we have the data here. Okay. Insert option. Okay. When we are inserting, we will click on the stacked column chart. So we got it. We have inserted the data labels too. Okay, we have inserted the data labels, but we can just move the chart like this. But we don't want the totals to be reflected on this chart. We want the data labels total values to be appeared on the top of the column or top of each column. Now for that reason, what we are going to do is simply we are going to switch to the different chart type. We are going to use combo chart, and here in the combo chart for research methodology we are going to use stacked column chart. For statistics also we are going to use stacked column chart, and then for total we are going to use line. The reason why we are going to use line, we are going to see in the next couple of minutes. Click OK. Now select this data label, right click, format data labels. So here you are going to get format data labels option. Now here if you can see the label position, if you see this label position, here we want the values to be presented above. So when you present it above, automatically the place is changing. You observe this. Suppose earlier it was in the center, but now when I click on above, the place is changing. Okay, and then the format data labels is over. Now click on this line. So this line, so if you can see this line has been selected, and here just right click here, format data series. So when we see here format data series, now click fill and line, this option. So this option when we are selecting here, so it is asking the line. I don't want the line to appear. Simply click instead of, here it is already written automatic. The radio button automatic has been selected, but instead I am going to select no line. So when we select no line, here if you observe the line has disappeared. So this is how the column, the total is appearing on the top of the column. But still, if you see here the research methodology statistics, and here in the legend, we are able to see the total option. Now we want to remove this total option. Now click here. When you click, the entire legend will be selected. Again click on this. So only the total option will be selected. Now simply click delete. So the total legend has been removed from the legend option. The total option has been removed from the legend. Now if you see, as I told you in the earlier case, that the Excel is dynamic. Now suppose if I am making any change in the Excel, it is going to reflect it. For example, the research methodology marks of Rahul were 83, but it was wrongly typed as 63. Now suppose if I am changing the value to 83, automatically the total is changing and it is also reflecting in the graph. Now for example, Kamlesh got 84 marks in research methodology, whereas his number is typed as 70 marks. Now if I am changing from 70 to 84, see the total is changing from 129 to 143, and automatically it is going to reflect in the graph also. So this way we can make any kind of changes and that can be represented in the graph. Now for this, if you can see, if you want to change the colors, you can change the colors. And if you want to mention here the chart title, you can even change the chart title. Suppose we are giving the name for this chart title is like optional subjects. For example, this is the optional subject marks. So in this case, we can just give optional subject marks. So this is how we can give information about the marks in a stacked column chart. Suppose you want to still beautify it, we can change the font here. Okay, so you want some Algerian, you want something bold, and we can also make it, we can give it some coloring also. We can give it, say we want to represent it in the green color or blue color or some red color. We can give this and we can beautify the chart in this manner. So optional subject marks. So optional subjects are research methodology and statistics. So any change, suppose we want to make the size increase, so simply drag, we can get the size increased for the chart. So this is how we can show the data in a stacked form, means one above the other, and the total can be represented on the top of each column. Now let's move on to the next method or the next chart, that is nothing but bar chart. Now let us see here bar chart. So when this type of chart is useful, bar charts are also similar to column charts. Only thing is that in column charts they will be represented in a vertical shape, whereas bar charts will be represented in a horizontal way, that is from left to right. But why do we use this bar charts? Means when we are having more categories of data or when we are having more data, we generally prefer bar chart because that gives the clear information. So all the data can be easily represented in the form of a chart when we are having many categories or many groups. Let us see how to create a bar chart in Excel. So this is the data we have. For example, we have the data about years and sales year wise. So I'm just bolding it, the two fields. So we have year wise sales data. So we are having around from 2021 to 2036. That means 16 years data we are having. So these are the predicted sales. Imagine these are the predicted sales. Now for this we want to draw a data we want to draw a bar chart, or we want to create a bar chart in Excel for this data. So simply select the entire data, click on the insert tab. In the charts section, click on the chart, or else here when you select it, here we are coming across bar chart. Okay, so if you don't want this one to be appeared, simply click here charts. So here again a dialog box opens, insert chart dialog box opens. In this, click on all charts. Under this we have an option called as bar chart. Click on the bar chart and select whatever the chart you want. Now here if you can observe, I am selecting the base chart, that is sales data. So click yes. As usual, if you can see here the chart information, like the year wise chart we are going to get it. But since the chart is looking in a simple size, the data is looking somewhat cluttered. So I'm just going to increase it. So simply I'll cut here the chart, just cut it. Just let us paste it here and increase the size of the chart so that it gives the clear view about this. Okay, so from 2021 to 2036 we are getting the information on the chart. Now for this we can easily tell in which year the sales. So see, if you can observe, every alternate year's data it is giving. So if you can still increase the data, we can get it the clear version. So this is the data set 2021, 2022, 2023 like that. So it is giving the data. Now from this we can easily say in which year the sales were highest. For this also simply you can just give the labels. Now select the data. Just a minute. Just for a clear understanding, I'll just remove a little data. Okay. So for the clear view purpose, I have taken some 12 years data. I have clicked on the insert tab. Now here click on the charts. Now all charts. Here click on the bar chart. So you can select the data, anyone. Here if you can select, click OK. But if you observe, like earlier we were having when we are having two columns, the numbers, whatever the problem we were getting in the column chart, that is the second chart, the same problem here also we are getting. Now simply select the data. So here we don't want the years here. Select this year and simply remove. Click on the option remove. Now we want to edit. We want to give the year names. So simply edit. We don't want 1, 2, 3 and 4. Instead we want the years to be displayed on the chart. So we are giving and click OK. So obviously you can see here. So we will let us change the color, or let us change the chart design. So the black color chart, it is giving a clear view. Now for this, if you want, you can give the chart labels, that is data labels also. So data labels, and you can clearly say which year, in which year the sales were highest and in which year the sales were minimum. So maximum sales were in which year and minimum sales were in which year. You can easily identify from the graph. If you can see in the year, you can see 2028 the sales were 81, but in 2021 the sales were 82. Okay, the highest sales were in the year 82, with the 82, that is 2021, 82,000 sales. Okay, and the least, if you can observe, so the least is around, you can see here very clearly it is visible, 56,000 sales. Actually the sales there it should be mentioned 1000. So 56,000 sales in the year 2032. Because here it is giving only alternate years. If you can simply enlarge this or you can zoom it, you would be getting that. Yes, now we got it. So here it is pretty well evident that in 2032 year the sales were minimum, whereas in 2021 year the sales were maximum with 82,000 sales. In 2032 it is 56,000 sales in the year 2032. In this way we can draw the bar chart, or we can create a bar chart in Excel for the given data. Now let's move on further for the next variety, that is nothing but pie chart. So this is our pie chart. This is the oldest pie and many people use this pie chart. We usually come across this type of charts even in newspapers and all. Now let us see how to draw this type of pie chart. So we have here the quarter sales. Say for example, we have 4 quarters period and we have the sales with respect to 4 quarters for a particular product. Now how to draw the pie chart for this? Select the entire data, click on the insert tab, and here automatically we are having here a pie chart, insert pie or donut chart. If you want, you can directly click from here, and for a better presentation I generally prefer 2D pie, but if you don't want here, you can also go with the all chart options. Now all charts, here we are going to select on pie. So when we select on pie, I am going to use this 2D pie or 3D pie because this gives a clear picture. So I am going to use it and then click OK. So now we got the data with respect to our data given, that is quarter period wise sales. Now on this, no data labels have been mentioned, means we are not clear with what are the sales with respect to that particular year. Simply select on this plus symbol, click on the data labels. So that's it. We got the data labels here. Now we want to highlight because the maximum sales were done in the quarter period 4. So for this we want to highlight this. Simply click on this. Okay, right click. When we click on the right click, here we are having format data series. So in this format data series, if you can see here, under series options, we have two options, angle of first slice and pie explosion. Now look at this angle of first slice. Now simply drag this and observe how the chart is rotating. Okay. So when you are just dragging this angle of first slice, the chart is rotating. So you want to give much significance to this fourth quarter sales because the sales were maximum in the fourth quarter. So I'm just rotating it. When I rotate it, yeah. Now here I got this. This is like, we are highlighting or we are highlighting here this maximum sales which were done in the fourth quarter. Now suppose you want to make this one distinct. Now simply click on this and just drag. So automatically we are showing here this 92,000 sales were done in the fourth quarter and it has been highlighted. Now suppose if you don't want, you can simply keep it. Just again join it, again it will come. Now what is the second option here under this format data point, or here that is series options. So here we have point explosion. Here all the 4 have been attached, but instead you want it in the form of a slice. Okay, each piece in the form of a slice. So simply you can go here and this click it. Again click it. Sorry, just a second. Select this data. Okay, let me do it once again for you. So I'm deleting the entire chart. Just go once again. So select this data, click on the insert tab, click on all charts option. So here we have all charts. So under all charts, click on pie chart, and this 2D charts gives a better view. Click on that and then click OK. So here just we want the data labels to be present on this. So simply click on this plus symbol, that is chart elements. Click on the data labels. So the labels have come. Now here we want this chart to be highlighted. So this particular slice to be highlighted, that is because in the fourth quarter maximum sales have been done. So let us first close this. Now double click on this. We are getting format data points. So simply drag this angle of first slice. So automatically the pie chart is moving. So still drag till we get the desired position. Yes, now this is the desired position. Now we want to show this pie chart in the form of pieces. Simply bring this point explosion, simply bring that. So you want all the options, so just okay, now select this entire, okay, and then bring this one slice. You want the smallest one to be exploded. Again get this, so that is moved. Bring this one, okay. In that way, whatever that you want, you can just simply slice it from the entire pie chart. This is nothing but the pie chart. So if you want to change the colors of this also, that can be done here. Simply click on this brush, and different types of charts are also available. Say for example, you want to make this chart this black color. On this black, it is represented in a clear view. You can select this one. And if you want these pieces to also to be changed, that also can be changed. Select here the color option, and then you can go with this. So you want in the orange color, or you want different colors. Yes. So whatever the colors you want, you can beautify it. You can beautify the chart. So this is how the pie charts can be drawn and make the chart attractive for better representation. So in today's session, we have seen like how to create a line chart, how to create a column chart. We have seen how to create a clustered column chart, stacked column chart, combination chart, bar chart, and also pie chart. We have seen all these 7 varieties of charts. Now the combination chart exclusively we have not seen, but when we were doing the stacked column chart, there itself we have used the combo chart, which is the default in Excel option. So the stacked column chart, we have come across how we have stacked research methodology and statistics one above the other, and we have used the line chart to get the total on the top of the column. So for that we have used combination chart. And that's all for today's session. Thank you. Stay tuned. We will meet in the next session with some more varieties of charts and some more important concepts. Thank you.